Good morning. Thank you for watching another beautiful Lord's Day. Thankful that we got some rain. Feels pretty good out here. We can hear some sirens out on the highway. We think maybe somebody's having a ride in an ambulance, and I don't know who they are, but I know we can pray for them. So if you don't mind, keep them in your prayers. We've got our sick list. We got Paul Lehue, Ashlyn Hare, John Hare, Calvin Denny, Way Candy Corn, Melissa Bogle, Irene Bartlett, Lee Heath, Clint Blanton, Calvin Denny, Doyle Duke, Rachel Hall, Naomi Blair, Lawana Peeler, Terry Parham, Benny Blair, Patricia Wama, Taylor Blanton, Sharon Armstrong, Randy Simmons, Becky and Lonnie Barks, Pat Burks, Thomas Bogle, Barbara Hayes, and John and Faye Ferguson. Please keep all these folks in your prayers, and plus the one that may be going in the ambulance this morning. I heard a song, and it kind of reminds me of the Christian life, or going through this life, whether you're a Christian or not, but the struggles that we might have in this life. And the song goes, and I said, "Daddy, oh daddy, are you sure I know how? Are you sure that I'm ready to drive this car now?" He said, "I'm right here beside you, and you're gonna do fine. All you gotta do is keep it between the lines, 'cause it's a long, narrow road. Only the good Lord knows where it leads in the end. But you got to begin. So keep your hands on the wheel. Believe in the things that are real. And just take your time and keep it between the lines." You know, that's the way we are in our life. You know, we try to, hopefully we try to do the right thing, you know. It's some people, I think, maybe they don't try to do the right thing. They just go through life and they do what they think they want to do, and you know, they don't think about other folks, you know, what it does to other folks. You know, I kind of got to thinking the other day about when I was a young fella, and I worked on a farm, and we would plow beans. And you know, first time I ever plowed beans, I pulled in the field, you know, and got my tractor lined up on the rows, and I dropped my plow down, and I thought, well, this is going pretty good, you know. And I took off, and I'm not running over any beans, you know. I'm looking ahead and keeping my tractor in the row, and go a little bit, and I turn around, and man, I'm plowing the beans up. And the thing about it was, I was on the wrong set of rows. I should have been following behind the planter, following the path that the planter put down. That way my cultivator would match the planter, and I wouldn't be plowing the beans up. But I didn't know that at the time, but it didn't take long to figure it out. You know, you turn around and look, and you're plowing your beans up. So I think a lot of people get on their tractor and go to plowing, and they just looking ahead. They ain't looking behind them. You know, they just looking ahead and doing the things that they want to do, or they think they need to do, and they just go through life like that. They don't look behind them and realize, hey man, I'm plowing my beans up. You know, you're doing the destruction. You know, you're wrecking people's lives, and there's so many times that I've seen people doing that, and you know, and they sometimes I think they don't even realize it. They just treat people terrible, and that's not what God wants us to do. God wants us to be on His plan. You know, straight is the gate and narrow is the way that leads to life everlasting. We've got to do things right. We've got to be on the straight and narrow, and that's something to think about. I ran into, or I found this poem the other day, and it kind of says the same thing here. Says it a little bit better than what I did. It says, "An old horse plows the well-worn path in rows where seeds were sown. Slow Heavy footsteps bear the weight from the sweat and years of groans. Clop, 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 clop. He pushes on, nor strays to glance aside, till the field and earth are black and fresh, with harvest hope supplied. I watch and wonder how this beast knows where to slow and turn, to follow yet another groove, his daily meal to earn. I never followed any roads or grooves or paths or fields. I never did the same thing twice, nor planned for future yields. I was a fool for wayward ways in dark forbidden groves, with twisted bands and thorny vines that tore at my soul and my clothes. I harvested the bread of stones and buttered it with woe, so different from that faithful horse whose plowing made the grain grow. That's from Lilia Tats Morrison, and it didn't have a title, but that's a pretty good way there, is watching the old horse plow the field. He had one thing on his mind, and that was pulling that plow and keeping it in the road. And this person, it sounds like they were just wayward in their ways of doing things, and they were just going through life, and they reaped what they sowed. And we don't need to do that. We need to do the best we can. We need to find the Lord and stay on His path. You know, I heard about it. There's an old fella the other day that he went missing at work, and you know, I don't know what he done, but we found out that he's in jail for 30 days, contempt of court. He just wasn't doing the right thing, you know, and that's bad. He's learning a hard lesson. Probably need to pray for that fella, and hope that he can learn his lesson and get on with his life. But that's the way a lot of folks are. They just don't realize how bad they're doing. We need to pray for them and do the best we can. But thank you for listening. That's my lesson for today. Keep it between the lines, and try to have a good week. Please keep our servicemen and women in your prayers, our first responders, doctors and nurses, and all folks to keep us safe and healthy. Please remember all of our sick folks in your prayers, and keep on going. Keep it between the lines. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.